and graph it. And so our sinusoidal function was y equals 6.975 sine 2 pi over 356x minus 171 plus 12.445. This function, a, or 6.975, is the amplitude. 2 pi over 356 is the period, or b. 171 is c, and 12.445 is d. And c and d are units of shift. How we found a. So to find a, we did the max y minus the minimum y divided by 2. And so we got 6.975, and that's where it ended up, right here. For b, we had to figure out what 2 pi was that could be divided by to equal 356. And so we found that we could do 2 pi over 356 would equal 356. And 356 is the amount of days across which the solstice occurs, starting at 170 and ending at 156. And so the summer solstice starts on the 171st day, and the winter solstice occurs on the 355th day. So for C, we had to figure out where the maximum would be placed. And so C is where on the graph along the x-axis is the max going to be located. And so C is going to be where the maximum is located, which was the 171st day of the year, which is the summer solstice. And so we put C in there, shifting it right 171. D is to make sure that the minimum and maximum are in the correct place and not on the negative side or too high up. And so D we found using D equals negative a, the amplitude, which we found in the beginning, 6.975, plus what, in this case, x, equals the minimum. And so we solved that and found that x in this equation is 12.445, and we checked that by adding 12.445 to 6.975 and making it sure it added up to our maximum, 19.42, which it did. Lastly, here's our graph portion of the question. So on our graph, the x-axis is the amount of days, and the y-axis is the amount of hours. And we started at 170 days because the rest doesn't pertain to this portion of the question. So we found, we graphed it with the maximum at 171, 19.42 right here, and the minimum right here at 355, 5.47. And so this portion is across the year going from June 20th to December 21st. And so before this, before the zeroth, the first day of the year is the last year.
So part B states that it wants to know how many hours of daylight there will be on the 91st day of the year. So in order to find that, we will take the equation that we found earlier and plug in 91. And then after doing all the math and that, we'll get that it will be 13.45 hours in the day. That means that there will be 13.45 hours of daylight on the 91st day of the year just by plugging it into the equation.